It's time for part 2. Last time we checked out a lot of abilities, but there are still a ton more we need to cover, so let's get started. Usually a brawler just becomes worse if you switch a star power or a gadget, but there are some brawlers who simply cannot function without a certain build, and I wanted to cover these brawlers as well. Let's start off with Sam, because he probably has the worst star power in the game, Remote Recharge. This star power causes Sam's super to have a little supercharge area around it when it's thrown, just like Buzz and Cordelius's supercharge area. There are a few problems with this star power. The range is minuscule. It charges so painfully slow. People have to actually get near the knucklebusters laying on the ground. And Sam is already a pretty bad brawler, even with his hearty recovery star power, which he really needs to be able to do at least something. Luckily for Sam, he also has one of the worst gadgets in the game, Pulse Repellent. This knocks enemies back when they get hit by his super. The only time I would see this being useful is in Brawl Ball if you want to score, but it's really hard to make use out of it since the knockback happens at the end of your super range. In any other case, it's completely useless. Otis has the same problem as Sam because he can only function properly with one build. But before we move on, I would like to give a quick word to the sponsor of this video, OneState. OneState is a free mobile online game with a role-play mode. The game's setting takes place in Los Angeles on a large open map. Here, you can become a police officer, a gangster, a businessman, or an ordinary worker. The game offers endless opportunities for character development, including playing with friends, making new acquaintances, and enjoying various entertainment options. There's also something really epic and new. OneState has just released a major update called It's Thuggin' Time. This is a significant update where they have introduced the opportunity for players to create their own gang and compete with others for the title of the most formidable organization in the city. The game is optimized to work on any mobile device, so you never experience lag. Make sure to download OneState by using my link, and if you use code BIEF, you get a free 10,000 bucks to help you start off. I personally really like to drive around the map and completing missions with other players. You can earn some big rewards if you complete those missions, and there are also big events to make the game even more fun. And the coolest part is that all of this happens on a real map of America. So what are you waiting for? Download the game, use my promo code, and a huge thanks to OneState for sponsoring this video. Back to Otis. First of all, his star power stencil glue. This makes it so that Syl, his C-star, will be latched onto the enemy for 5 seconds instead of 3, which isn't too bad. The problem is that Otis needs ink refills to be able to do anything, and most of the time, a 3-second mute is enough to kill someone, so 5 seconds would be a little bit overkill. He also has one of the most garbage gadgets in the game, Dormant Star. You can make a little trap with it by placing his supers on the ground. You'll just have to wait until someone walks over it. It's like a bear trap. The difference between these two is that you can't escape from a bear trap. Belle has this issue as well with her grounded star power. Not being able to reload for 3 seconds seems great, until you realize people can just fall back, and your star power has become absolutely useless. This star power also gets greatly outclassed by her other star power, Positive Feedback, which gives a shield. You know what also gives a shield? Mandy's Hard Candy star power. She gains a 30% shield when she's locked in. All cool and all, but there is no way you're gonna hit your shots without the other star power. Like seriously, I have her power 1, and it's absolute agony trying to hit someone with these slow projectiles. Speaking of slow, Sandy and her sleep stimulator gadget. It's so slow that you have to wait 4 years to it finally taking effect, and on top of that, you can't move. Charlie, when she uses her gadget, is protected at least. Sandy will just get blasted by anyone, and since you use it to heal up, chances are that you're already on low HP. This gadget is completely useless, so don't you dare buy it. There are still 12 abilities left, and we'll continue the list with Poco's Protective Tunes gadget. This gadget is bad, really bad. The idea behind it is great, but it's just too situational. It might be good if you face off against a Byron, Crow, and Willow, but who would even use such a monstrosity of a comp? How do I transition this well? You know what brawler is a monstrosity as well? Tick. And he has 2 abilities that are garbage, starting off with his Mine Mania gadget. Cool, it spawns 3 extra mines. Yeah, you can wait until the mines explode. But you won't do that, right? Great. Yup, it's bad. It offers extra area control. Wait, no. The regular attack already does that. It deals double the damage. Oh wait, Tick isn't meant to deal damage. You get the point. It's bad. Just like his automatic reload star power. This star power is a gear but worse. The regular epic gear offers a 10% reload speed increase, and Tick's star power a 9% increase. Man, this is awful. Poor Tick. Imagine having a nerfed gear as a star power. Oh, by the way, there are also 2 gears that are trash. Do not buy these, alright? There are only a few abilities left, and to all you Hank fans out there, you have to admit, his Take Cover star power is abysmal. You have to be close to a wall for it to activate? How close do you have to be, you might be wondering? Well, you have to practically be inside of the wall for the star power to take effect. It makes it very impractical to use, and his other star power is just a bit better. Although walls are useful for Hank, standing inside of them isn't. Dynamite also gets a lot of benefit from walls, and coincidentally, he also has a terrible ability. It's of course his fidget spinner gadget. Spinning around, bombarding people with dynamite, seems pretty good. Yeah, it would be nice if it could actually hit someone. No! The chances of you hitting more than 1 dynamite are so astronomically small. Even Bonnie's wisdom tooth provides more value. On top of all of this, it doesn't even charge your super, and his stun gadget is arguably the best one in the game. So I think we can all agree that fidget spinner can be thrown in the trash. Also, another honorable mention to Gray's Grand Piano gadget. Although it isn't as grand anymore, it still offers some nice wall break opportunities. Let's move on to Carl, and he has 2 abilities as well. His star power, Power Throw, which makes his pickaxe return 10% faster, is pretty much useless. This never really changes any games around, unlike his other star power, which gives him a 35% shield when using his super. His gadget called Heat Ejector is also inferior to its counterpart. Most of the time, this gadget doesn't even hit, and it's only useful to finish off your opponents. His Flying Hook offers a lot more versatility combining it with his super, which offers a lot of speed. Speed. Hold on a minute, that's... No, I mean Max, of course. Remember her Sneaky Sneakers gadget? Me neither. And that's probably because this might be one of the most useless abilities ever to be added to the game. I don't even understand how it works. It's too complicated, unsatisfactory, not good, terrible, inadequate, substandard, inferior, not up to second rate. Another case of good idea, bad execution. The next ability didn't even get to the good idea part, and that's Grom's Foot Patrol star power. Like, who came up with these? In what world would this star power offer any sort of benefit? Extra movement speed, pretty cool. If you are an assassin and need to get up close and personal with people, what advantage does extra speed offer to a thrower? You tell me, because I have no clue. The opposite of speed is slow, and that is what Maisie's Tremors star power offers. It's what makes her the strong brawler she is, and her other star power? It doesn't really offer the same amount of usefulness. Her attack will deal 20% extra damage at max range. Although I wouldn't say this star power is completely useless, you're much better off using her other star power, which makes this one still useless. And then finally, the last ability, and that's Janet's Stage View. Every Bull and Shelly hiding in a bush will be revealed upon using her super, which is nice? I don't know. Her other star power is just a lot better, and this only has benefits on bushy maps like Snake Prairie. Well then, those were a ton of abilities, and I really hope you will not use these in a match, unless of course I'm playing against you. In that case, buy all of these abilities because they are definitely the best. Anyways, that was it for today. Huge thanks to you for being a member. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to sub, and I'll see you in the next one.